Hello, children. Hope you all are doing well, learning some new skills, enjoying some new activities. And when we really enjoy something, what we want to do? We want to share that with our friends. We want to give details. We want to explain that what new you have done, how you did something new. And in doing so, we are actually describing things. So today in our session, we are going to learn more about description. Children, our today's topic is descriptive writing. In simple words, how would you define descriptive writing? When we see something, children, when we see something and observe something about that, and after our observation, when we write about that, that is description. We will just discuss more about descriptive writing. First of all, let us have a look at our learning objectives. So after completing the chapter, you will have defined descriptive writing, have identified how to use figurative language in descriptive writing. Here figurative language means use of adverbs, metaphor, simile, your adjectives. Have identified elements of descriptive writing, have composed a descriptive essay. Now the question is, why do we are learning this descriptive writing? What is the need? The purpose is the primary purpose of descriptive writing is to describe a person, a tall man, a place, crowded place, lonely hill, thing or objects like sharp knife, blue pen, etc. It improves the writing skills of students by making it more interesting and engaging to read. How? We are having a poem, Road Not Taken, in our book Beehive, and it is written by a very famous poet, Robert Frost. In that poem, with few words, the poet is describing the things. He is explaining the things with few words to the reader. Let us have a look. See here, yellow wood, grassy and wanted wear, trodden black. These all words are describing the idea. Trodden black, the road that is frequently used. Grassy and wanted wear, fresh. Yellow wood, it is telling us about the forest area. So here through this poem, the poet is able to grasp the attention just by using these describing words. Next is, it can help students clarify their understanding of new subject matter material. When we are learning some new concept, in that process, it really helps us. Just take the example of fiber. We all know that we are having two types of fiber, natural as well as synthetic. Here the word natural, it itself is clearing it itself is clarifying the concept that these kind of fabric we can get from either from animals or plants. So these descriptive words, they are helping us a lot. Not now last but not least, it is very important, children, it encourages students to use new vocabulary word. In a way, it helps us to enhance our vocabulary. How? Let us play a game. Word game. Have you heard about word web? Yes. The idea is with one word, how many things are coming to your mind, how many things are associated with that word that we have to write. So, first example is a cake. What comes to our mind with cake? It could be a birthday cake, anniversary cake. Then we can take just discuss about the texture. It could be creamy, spongy, beautifully decorated cake, isn't it? Yes. We all love to eat cake. Yes. So next example, we can take example of apple. What comes to our mind? Nowadays, the thing is that with this word apple, what comes first to our mind is iPhone. Instead of apple, the fruit. Yes. So with apple, what comes? Fruit, iPhone, Apple computer, stores, Steve Jobs. Yeah. So it is a very interesting game. You can just challenge your friends and it will really practically help you to enhance your vocabulary, children. Okay, now characteristics of descriptive writing. Good descriptive writing uses precise language. How? Uh, Again, we are taking a simple example because with simple example, the idea get clear. Fine. So if someone asks you, how was the food? What is our first reaction? It was good. Instead of that, if we specify the things, the food was delicious, nutritious, it was freshly cooked. It gives a better picture. Things are more specified in this way. Yes. Next thing is that is also very important. It is a golden rule. Show, don't tell. When we are just writing description about something, with our word power, we have to show what is actually happening at that time instead of giving simple statement. How? Again, we are just taking a simple sentence. I get tired. The writer is telling us about his physical status, his condition. Now listen to this one also. As I leaned back and put my head against the back of the chair, my eyelids began to fall heavy. In both sentences, the writer is telling us about his condition, but the second sentence is actually following the golden rule. It is showing, it is just trying to create a picture in front of the reader instead of just telling a simple statement that I am feeling tired. Next thing is with, as we discussed earlier, with the help of descriptive writing, when we are learning new words, it really helps us to enhance our vocabulary. We discussed that point. There is no issue in that. So let us take one more example. When we watch any performance, it could be anything, any dance performance, musical concert, anything. When we watch any performance, what is our first reaction? Beautiful performance. Yes. Instead of that, we can use few more words, few more describing words. Here the benefit is two-sided. On one side, you are just praising the artists, and along with that, you are enhancing your vocabulary, your word power, and you are practically using your words, your new words. Isn't it? Let us have one example. Look at this dancer. Yeah. After performance, what we could say that her hand hands movement showed her confidence. Her facial expressions were great. In a way, we appreciate that answer. We are just telling her your performance was flawless. Just try it. It will really help to enhance the vocabulary. Next, now just imagine you are a car salesman. Interesting? Yes. And if any customer comes to you and if he asks to show some cars, it could be SUV, hatchback, your sedan, whatever. What would be the first thing you do? You, the car salesman, you will describe about the color, the model, features, working condition, the functioning, running cost, and so many things to the customer. So descriptive writing, description is everywhere. We have to describe everything. Our life is about description. Otherwise, how can we explain things? So it is that much important. Yes, your favorite thing GTA 5, Fortnite, Call of Duty. These are the names of your favorite video games. We do have category for video games also. How? We are having action games, video games we are talking about. Then we are having role play. then we are having puzzle games. In the same way, we are having categories, different categories for our movies and stories too. We have comedy, horror, thriller, action, suspense, science fiction. We have so many varieties nowadays. But if we describe with word that what kind of story you read, what kind of movie you watched, it helps us to give a clear picture, about the concept. Yes. Now these are the guidelines. What we have done means when we act as a salesman, we describe about the parts, functioning, working of the car. And this, do remember, this is very important, children. This is not about writing the facts at one place. Sequence the writing so that your description moves from how something looks to its important features and finally how it works. How to describe any event. Descriptive writing is all about describing all these things: people, person, your past memories, events, and so many things, any object also. So what we have to do, think of the event and necessary details you want to include. Use sensory words to write a vivid description of the event. This is very important, to give a vivid description. Use transition words that we will discuss later on. Use transition words. What kind of words we can use here? Words to enable the reader to understand the sequence of events correctly. How to describe any event, any memory, any experience? Let us take the example of West Bengal. We all know what happened recently in West Bengal due to that cyclone Amphan, the destruction, the after effects. We all know that. But if someone asks you to write that, how would you describe? We have to use our imagination power here. It will really help. How? Just imagine that you just stepped off a plane onto that area. Means in a way you are physically present there. What would be the first thing you notice? It's broken houses, uprooted trees, muddy water pools, overflowing rivers, your you can feel humidity in air, smell of dead fish. It is a kind of running commentary, children. Just please do notice, do remember this thing. Descriptive writing is not about jotting down the facts or whatever data you are getting at one place. It is to organize the things in a systematic way, step by step. That is the good characteristic. That is one of the very good characteristic of writing in description. It should create a picture. And while writing, this description about something, we should always keep this in our mind that when we are writing about some concept, some idea, the reader won't be having the same idea. It is our word power that has to visualize the scene, the picture, the mental picture in front of the reader. So, our sole purpose is to create a vivid experience for the reader to help him to visualize the actual scene. So, our word power is very, very important here. So, what are the important things we discussed today? First is our what is our purpose? First is precise writing. Then your golden rule: show, don't tell. And with this example, we have discussed about West Bengal. What is the new thing we are observing? Along with other things, we have to use our sense organs just to give that vivid picture. So use of sense organs and your imagination power. Okay. So this is all about today's session. I hope you like that. How would you describe this class? Let us take all your answers in our next tutorial where we will discuss in detail the figurative language and use of how to use our sense organ in making our writing more creative.